Hello everyone, my name is Roy, your local Splatoon interview addict, and today I'm joined with three of the members of Moonlight. And we're going to do some interview coverage to kind of lead up to 20XX, build some hype, see what teams are going to be playing in it, and kind of just hear what 20XX means for the scene. So guys, if you could all go through and introduce yourself. I'll go left to right with how I have it set up on the overlay on my end. So we'll do Basil first, then Chara, then Shadow, please.
Hi, my name is Basil, and I am currently the backline player for Moonlight.
Chara, I'm the team's coach.
Alright. I mean, hey, I'm the comedian that plays Splatoon sometimes.
We got the giggler. So, guys, Moonlight has kind of... I said it in the first interview that I did with a member of Moonlight about kind of the team itself, which was Basil. But Moonlight kind of has this spot in the community where it's the team with the biggest kind of branding in the public sense. It's a team a lot of people know. It's a team that garners a lot of attention. How did it feel to kind of be in that position where you're put on the spot a lot and people are always putting those eyes on you and you're always the team people are looking towards?
How do we want to do this? Like, Basil, do you want this one? I want this one.
I'll take this one.
Okay.
Well, me personally, I really enjoy being in this position because that means we have more people cheering us on from the sidelines. And me personally, I play better when I have more eyes on me. So I really enjoy having the following that we do today.
Shadow, does that ring true for you too as well? Do you feel like how people...
I mean...
Go for it.
It's super humbling. Like, the game is a ton of fun when a ton of people are passionate, and the fact that there's people passionate about us still, like, is pretty crazy to me. So the fact that we're able to be a source of passion for some people is really great. It sort of feeds both ways. Like, they're passionate about us, and that makes us passionate for them.
And Chara, kind of as the prolific content creator that you are within the scene, what's it like to kind of almost be in the position where you have to, not have to, but you act as a kind of a place to help spread the branding of the team?
I mean, it definitely puts some pressure. I think it's like a goal I've had this year where I want to do a few more videos on Moonlight's tournament runs and help that a little bit more, because I definitely have been not focused on that for the past 2 years. I've primarily just focused on coaching them more than like, covering the whole branding and everything. But it's something I feel that I could definitely do more this year. I'm hoping I can do a good job with that. The NA Open result and the video that came from that definitely gave me like a lot of ideas going forward. It's just going to be a lot to put any of them into motion, but hopefully I'll be able to get a few videos out this year on some of Moonlight's history, and that can help out a bit, because there's a lot of very interesting stories that haven't gotten enough coverage, I think.
And Chara, what was it like going from that like player and content creator role into the coach role? What kind of adaptations have you had to make in how you understand the game and how you interact with the community?
I mean, I've always done a bit of coaching on the side, so it hasn't been that crazy, but it definitely feels weird for a while. Like, I think the experience I had to get used to is being mid-game and knowing that I can't do anything, basically. Like, all my input comes from between matches, but like once the games are rolling, I'm kind of like, I can't really do anything about that. And like as a player, that's like the part where it's like I'm constantly making decisions, and instead of like trying to momentarily pick the right thing, I have to be trying to think and take notes as to like what do I tell the team after, like what's most important to make sure it gets talked about properly.
Outside of kind of like coaching and scrimming, how do you guys kind of practice as a team? What's it like to have something that you're working towards? What's the process in like identifying issues and figuring out ways in which that you can work on them. It's a pretty big question. But if you notice that something's off in your gameplay, that there's a regular habit that you're kind of falling into, what are the tools that you kind of use to remedy those?
I mean, I'd say it's a pretty basic answer, but it's all about communication. Like you really just grinding out the basics because you don't need to be incredibly amazing at Splatoon, but if you're really good at the basics and you can execute the basics on a high level, then things will go well. But figuring out problems there is if something's messing up, if there's a problem in how we're playing, then we just need to bring it up, sort of fix the problem, go back to what we were doing. But communication is just the stem of it. I don't know if Basil feels differently.
I feel the same way that Shadow does. I think a lot of the time when there's a problem, whether it's like with your own gameplay or like the team in general, it's going to be a pretty basic problem. It's when we all have the basics down and we're still playing amazing, but there's like a hyper specific scenario that we mess up on. And I think that's when the game is at its most difficult point.
Yeah. Like if a cooler needs to be put in a very different, or if a cooler needs to be moved a little bit to the left, or when we pop specials at a little bit of a different time, like we're all good at the basics, but it's getting everyone on the same page.
That's something I kind of notice and hear people talk a lot about in this game, where it's kind of you can be very good at like understanding the essentials, but until you kind of build up this like catalog or like repertoire of like individual interactions and drill them over and over and over and figure out what works and what doesn't, and understanding how all of the players in your team work together, you kind of don't know how a situation is going to play out until you've experienced it, right?
I'd say that's true, but also Splatoon is just such a deep game that you're probably never going to see the same scenario twice, especially in a big tournament. So it's really about understanding the basics well enough so that way you can play out scenarios well because you're probably never going to see that scenario again. Because we could scrim 10 times on a map and then go into tournament and the tournament it plays completely differently. So
It was
I don't know
brought
if
up.
that answers the question properly, but
No, I think it does. I think it does. It was kind of brought up a little earlier by Chara, the kind of like untold stories of Moonlight and things that like need to see the light of day and stuff. If you can try and think back to experiences that you've had on the team, what was like your favorite tourney run that you've done? What was a really good scrim? What was like a defining moment for the team in a way?
I mean, I think it's going to be hard to find an answer that isn't the NA League that we did. But Freedom Dive's probably another one that's a pretty big one. We beat Hypernova, FT Win, and then took a set off of Jared, Noah, Jordan, and Volti, and then went into a Game 5 bracket reset. That's probably one where I would really like to talk about at some point. That's definitely one of the ones I want to cover.
Basil and Shadow, do you have anything that particularly sticks out as like not necessarily once in a lifetime, but like when you think of all the good times the team has had together, particularly sticks out to you?
for me it's Momocon because that was our first LAN win. So that run feels pretty special to me. We were all really unified in what we wanted to accomplish, and we worked super hard to make sure that was a reality. And we ended up not dropping a game when we played. So I think that's a pretty special run to me. It's sort of accumulated in the same way in the NA League, didn't turn out to be a gold, but we all had that same fully aligned goals and work ethic. So I think those 2 tournaments for me.
I think for me, before the NA League, it was definitely Low Tide City 2024. Just getting the bracket reset on Starburst and like hearing the crowd behind us. That was an experience I will never forget.
That LAN environment must just be like a completely different beast to be in when competing. To have the people cheering you on and to have the support of the crowd, it must just be a completely like electrifying feeling as a competitor.
I was going to use that same word, I'm going to be honest. It's the reason why we play. I don't want to speak for them, but that's why we play.
Oh, for sure.
Do you think? I mean, that kind of brings me on to the next point of like the not necessarily the purpose, but like the goal of Moonlight. What gets you out of bed every day? What gets you what gets you in the chair, picking up the controller to go in for another scrim, another coaching session, another tourney run? What's the be all and
Pretty
end all?
deep.
Why do it at all?
Pretty deep question. Basil, you start this one. What gets you out of bed in the morning?
Well, I got to do my Cookie Run Kingdom dailies. No.
You're not kidding.
I'm not kidding. Anyway, really, it's my teammates at the end of the day. We've been a team for over 2 years now, and we're still here, still have the same goal of winning a Nintendo tournament. We got close with the NA League. Second's unfortunate, but at the end of the day, we move and we keep on going.
Yeah. Can't say too much else after that. Like, it's really the environment, the culture that we've gotten to grow, and got to do it for the fans. Got to keep our same goals that we have.
It feels.
I think like
No, go for it, Charles. Sorry.
good. I was gonna say I think the whole teammate thing is definitely really accurate. It's definitely the main source of motivation. I've had kind of a new one more recently since retiring from comp, because the majority of my career's big wins have either been wins over big teams in events that just are barely too small to be considered a major. That happened with my results over Kraken Paradise or FT1, for instance. Or the big tournaments that would be considered majors, I ended up being second in. There might be some event throughout the years that could be argued as a major win, but there's none that like really pops out into my head that I would be confident calling a major win. I feel like Moonlight's in a very similar spot. We've won a good bit of smaller events. We have wins over pretty much every team. But that one really big major win has still kind of eluded us. And considering that my own competitive career has ended, it's made it more motivating to me to make sure that these guys are able to get theirs while we're still competing.
No, for sure. With kind of a major like 20XX coming up, what does that mean like for an opportunity? How do you wrap your head around like the idea that you're going to have to go up against these Goliaths of the game and you're going to have to put in the time beforehand? Does it change much, or is it just another tourney that you're showing up to and trying your best at?
I think by the time the NA League's finished, we're pretty solidified as like being on the same level as like some of the best teams. I think we're pretty close to where Milky Way and PXG are. But it's also been a very long time. It'll have been about 3 months since we've last done like any reasonably sized tournament. So uh, I'm excited for it, but it's also definitely going to be a bit of a test for where we're at after all this time. It's our first one in a while, so I think it's going to be a more unpredictable run than normal. But I'm pretty excited to see what we can do.
Yeah, we do not have the same experience or results that Milky Way or PXG have, but in a sense of you're asking where a bit of the confidence comes from. it's confidence in yourself. It's confidence that you put the work in. So at the end of the day, like when you load up the game, they have to fight you. So they're gonna fight the same way. You're gonna fight the same way. Doesn't matter who's on the other side of the screen. You fight like because you have confidence in yourself.
Basil, you got anything on the kind of 20xx mentality? What's it like going into a big major like that?
They kind of said everything that I had
Yeah.
to say. Not gonna lie.
Guys,
I don't
y'all
think I
being
can
too
elaborate
good.
too much else.
Give Basil a chance
we-
to speak.
Hey, okay, I'll speak more for you because like we have a lot to prove. We can say confidence wise for ourselves that we're on the same level as these teams, but we have yet to prove it. So, I mean, there's a lot to prove still. We've been a team for a long time, but you never stop proving to yourself day after day why you have the confidence you have. So, even if we get last in 20xx, we're still gonna have to continue to prove to ourselves why we play. If we get first in 20xx, we're gonna have to continue playing and proving to ourselves why we play. So, I mean, we get in the server, we play, we have the confidence, and it doesn't change the goals.
Is there a team, like a set of players, or maybe multiple teams that you're particularly interested in getting the chance to prove yourself against in 20xx?
Yes. Milky Way. I'm excited. I want to fight Milky Way.
Ready
I
to
want to
throw
fight
hands?
Q. I want to fight Jared. I want to fight Bran. I want to fight Ice. I want to fight Ant if he's on the game. He probably won't be, but I want to fight them. We lost in the grands of the league, so of course it's always fun getting to fight them. They're really good friends, but when it comes server time, only one person gets to be the winner, so it's always fun fighting them.
I like to fight PXG. I don't think we've fought a full lineup PXG in a very long time. I'd be curious to see how that set would go.
I think either one, to be honest. I don't feel too strongly about either opponent, Milky Way or PXG. I think we need experience versus both of them, like to a pretty similar degree. So,
Yeah,
I think it would benefit us a lot, like
we
just to get more experience versus them.
want to fight the top dogs.
Mm-hmm.
From like a complete departure from the mentality of playing the game, playing the tourneys, of hyping yourself up to take on, stand shoulder to shoulder with the best teams in the West. What's Moonlight like outside of Splatoon? Do you guys hang out regularly and play non-Splatoon games? What's that like?
We've been addicted to Yahtzee.
That Char is
It's not
outing
a
us.
It's not a joke. It's so
Yeah,
I'm
that's kinda
so
true.
serious right now. We played.
I'm
we played
not
too many
playing
games.
Yahtzee, but these guys are playing Yahtzee.
You play
daily.
Farm Merge Valley. You're not any better. You're like
That
level
is
40 on that game.
completely not relevant to the subject. I actually I've been on Heyday, not Farmer Valley. Gotta tap into Heyday.
I forgot you tapped back into Heyday.
Gotta tap into Heyday. Gotta tap into Heyday. Gotta tap into Penguin Heist. Some of the greats.
This is that one. It's that one mansion meme where it's like the good ending, the bad ending, and on one end it's Yahtzee, and on the other end it's Farm Merge Valley or whatever.
Yeah, Farm Merge is the good ending.
And they're both haunted mansions.
Yeah, actually. But no, we just been playing like Uno, Yahtzee, the classics.
Uno and Yahtzee, the classics. We need those basketball player quote cards with like but it's like Shadow. It's like Shadow. We just been playing the classics, Uno, Yahtzee.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Sometimes we play Mario Party. Sometimes, like, a couple of us play Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, but other than that, not much else. I say we hang out outside of the game a fair bit, though.
How
The group
important?
chat is active.
Oh yeah. How important do you find that like team time outside of the game to be for not only like team morale but like just feeling just the team and the health of it generally?
Well, there's two kinds of teams, and one kind of team would just be what we have, is where all of us are the best friends imaginable, and we want to just hang around each other all the time, and that also includes that we're all pretty decent at Splatoon. And there's another kind of team that is just four really talented players that all only care about Splatoon and are very good at that. So, um, either works. I think it's really important to have the out of server time so your chemistry in game is better. But it certainly isn't one mean, like, how do I say this? It's not a bad thing for either. If you don't have that out of server time and you're just focused on playing Splatoon and winning, doesn't mean it's a bad thing. So I just like our system since we're all super good friends.
Kind of just making sure everyone's on the same page. If we plan to kind of only grind the game, that's fine as long as that's what everyone wants to do, basically.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Kind of going into like the branding of the team and of you all individually, because when it comes to branding in the West, there isn't a team that does it like Moonlight. Like FT-Win tried, and they had like the big like SWS like lead up, and they were doing all the cool graphics. Shout out all the people who were running the FT-Win like Blue Sky and Twitter accounts in that. You're goated. But with that having wound down, the only team with kind of major standing branding bears is Moonlight. How did you all come up with your own individual branding? What's the origins of the usernames?
Shadow, would you like to begin? Or me?
I was gonna say I was waiting for you, you were waiting for me.
Yeah.
It's like, is the question more about our IGNs or just like our player trajectory?
Kind of like the in-game names, the like, why is Shadowwind Shadowwind? Why is your branding the way it is as a individual person and player?
I mean, all of us come from individual backgrounds. Like, I was kind of aired as a tent one trick for quite a while, and that's what got me to, I feel like, be sort of a face in the scene. Just sort of posting YouTube content, streaming, getting banger Twitter clips from streams with Tenebrella. I feel like that's how quite a few people knew me. And then sort of going into Moonlight, that's when we sort of collaborated with all the individuals. Yeah, I feel like Basil has a pretty similar trajectory. The E-liter,
Yeah.
the plus
so,
2 E-liter with the cinnamony clips.
Yeah. So I've been playing leader for quite a few years. For a long time in Splatoon 2, I was just solo queue warrior, just playing E-liter and only E-liter. And I got popular by posting like quads or like getting 5 kills in a row or whatever with dessert captions, and they would get like over 500 likes for each one almost. And I gained a lot of traction by doing that. And then I didn't really get on an established team until S3. Moonlight's my second S3 team. And so I kind of just took my fans slash followers over here. And yeah, everything just came together.
When it comes to then the like the usernames themselves, Shadowwind does sound like, and this is with all of the love in my heart, not a single ounce of hatred. It
Sure.
does sound like it was written by like someone age 13.
Younger than that actually. I
Younger.
think like 7, maybe
7?
6 or 7.
What?
Yeah. I think it
Don't
was,
say those
it was early.
numbers. Don't. You're not allowed.
I was 6. I might have been 7. I don't know. But I was
Okay,
super
bro.
young. I just kept it. I thought about changing it a couple times, but I'm like, it's just been my username for so long, so feels like sacrilegious to change it. Like I've wanted to shorten it to one thing or the other, but it's just been this, so didn't feel the need to change it.
Where's a 6 or 7-year-old even like making their account on the internet? Like what?
It was not like an account on the internet. It was a mobile game I played with my sibling, and I needed a name for a knight, and I was like, well, what could I possibly name it? What edgy name can I use? And boom, so that I stuck there. And the first team I was on said, man, that is such an edgy name. I was like, well, too late now.
Basil, same question. Why a plant? Why leaf?
Well.
I used to go by a different name before. I used to go by Barry, and then I changed my name to Basil, like a couple months before Moonlight formed, and that's because of the game Amori. It's a character named Basil that I really related to.
Totally, yeah.
There is
Jared.
another reason why this. Sorry,
No, you're good.
sorry.
Go for it.
There is another reason why I decided to change my name at that particular time, because there was another Barry in the scene that was saying some not so great things.
Interesting.
So I wanted to separate myself from that.
Makes sense. I can't relate. I have a feeling like there aren't too many Roas going around. If there are, I would I'd have a strong word. I'd say, hey, I got it first. But
Yeah, that's a tough one to do with Shadow, I'm not gonna lie.
it's like the I don't know if you saw the gem tweet like a couple days ago. It's like there's too many Stormies in the scene, bro. Some of y'all gotta change your name.
That's crazy.
Chara, kind of same question. I know you've talked about this a little bit in the past, but
so many times.
I know.
Yeah. I just used to watch Overwatch, and there was an Overwatch player who played a character that is similar to Brig. I didn't think much of it, which is why the explanation is so small, because truthfully, I just didn't like my name at the time. I just wanted to change to something else. I just didn't care that much. I just wanted to change it. My name is Prochar because of I was on Prophecy at the time, and I was starting YouTube stuff, and I needed to have a handle. And I was like, dude, I don't want to do _SPL forever on social medias. I hate _SPL, like, for my game. Like, what if I stop playing Splatoon? It's just going to be in my branding forever. It's going to be strange. So I made it for that reason. And then it's just kind of stuck. Now it doesn't make a whole lot of sense again because people think it's pros and professional, and I don't play the game competitively anymore. But, like, I can't change it at this point. So we're just kind of stuck with this.
I mean,
I prefer just Chara, but my handle will probably always be ProChara until the end of time.
what's the one thing that made you want to switch it?
Oh god. And nowhere's in chat.
I don't really feel like covering the old name any further. Sorry,
You're
Shadow.
good. No,
Not gonna
don't
give you
worry.
more
I'm
content
asking
off the
why you
joke.
went to the Overwatch name.
Huh? I mean, I
'Cause I don't know why you went to Overwatch.
Because it was good. Good game. Used to be good. I know Overwatch is a joke now, but, like, it used to be, like, pretty hype to watch.
Huh?
Watched Action Esports. I watched Overwatch League. My favorite team was the San Francisco Shock.
Yes.
At some point, I watched Super.
Yes.
I don't know. I just liked it. I don't know.
Right.
It looked kind of cool. It's been a very long time since I have watched Overwatch, but there was a time where I was a fan, yeah.
I feel like I didn't know that.
Bit of a
Yeah.
staying on the kind of branding question, but also a little more on the silly side of things. Who runs the Moonlight socials? Because the Blue Sky is still Christmas branded. I don't know how to break it to you guys. Y'all still got the Santa
It
hat.
is?
Yeah.
That's Shadow Small. Yep, Shadow.
See, as soon as I knew it. Like,
It's kind of on all of us at this point.
it's kind of on all of us.
It's not on me at all.
Yes, it is.
Okay, see,
I
it's
was
definitely
never
on
given
you.
our Blue Sky account.
Nope,
At
yes,
all.
you were.
I
You're
have
part of this
never
team
had
too,
it.
bro.
No,
You
I
have the
haven't-
password,
I haven't
you
been
have
given
the account.
socials.
You're in this bucket with us.
I don't think I.
All of us have the password. All of us are logged in. So it's
We
like,
do?
Yes, all of us are logged
All
in.
of
I
us.
have the password.
and except somehow it's always my fault when something's wrong.
Yeah, but you're like the main one. I don't know. You come up with all the. I don't use social media. It's like a you thing.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right.
Bro,
I
rage
just
bait.
retweet Art of Tamamo Cross. That's it. Like I don't really do the whole branding thing.
He's
Rage
rage baiting in the
bait, back
interview
at it
too.
again.
Like that's crazy. We're
Wait, I'm
doing
not.
this.
We're doing this, I guess.
4 p.m. on a Monday.
Rage baiting.
Chara, I do gotta ask because the obsession with and like profile picture changes that have been bubbling on ProChara Blue Sky recently have come out of left field for some. Could you explain a little bit about the recently the new gained interest?
Go watch Cinderella Grey. It's a good show. I just relate to the character a lot from their story, both in the show and especially in the game. I've read up on pretty much everything. I don't know. Their design is cool, and I just like it. I don't know. It's not particularly deep, I guess. But yeah, I watched Cinderella Grey like a month ago, and I was like, this character clicks for me. And then I finished the show, and I'm like, okay, that became exceptionally funny now. But that's about all I can say.
Kind of outside of the game, what do you do that isn't Splatoon, that isn't video games, that isn't online stuff? Is there a big hobby scene for Moonlight that people aren't aware of?
I
Really
mean,
have
not-
anything I stick with. I've played a bit of Silk Song or Deltarune or Peak recently, but I'll just kind of play whatever when I have time. I don't have any like particular thing that I'm sticking with at this point. I haven't gone through like a backlog of games since playing competitive, so I've honestly been mostly spending the time just playing random games that I have and seeing if I like any of them.
I thought you said the like non-online things.
It is really funny to me that we did say like non-gaming, non-hobbies, and then Chara was like, "Yeah, I don't know. I play Silk Song. Like Deltarune's pretty
Yeah, I was-
fun."
I just totally misheard the question.
You're good.
I don't think any of us do like IRL things together necessarily, because we're all a couple states apart. So
Yeah,
there's
this is kind of
any
a problem
thing there.
We all kind of have our own things.
Yeah, as individuals, how do you spend your free time? Like, what's the what do you do after you get off from Splatoon for the week?
Oof. I mean, after I get off of homework from med school, then I get on Splatoon. I think it's kind of the same for Basil. Just
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I'm in
grinding
my
school.
final year of undergrad, so like I'm graduating in May, early May. So just trying to make sure my grades are good for when I go to grad school. Yay!
oh snap, you're doing that?
Yeah, in a few years.
All right.
Pretty much same as these guys. College, work. If I got time after that, I'll probably watch a show or something or play a game.
W.
I do online coaching now as well, I guess, but that's kind of online. But I guess that's more work related at this point.
Finding the balance between like content creation and coaching Moonlight must be kind of the balancing that with all the other IRL responsibilities you got. Is that ever like a challenging or difficult thing for you?
Yes. That question hits it on the head right there. Balance is the hardest thing. Trying to find if you have time for homework, classes, game, like there's a lot of things you gotta include, but there's 24 hours in a day, so there's only so much you can do. You gotta do one thing at a time.
Yeah, time management is hard. I feel like everyone on the team has their own struggles with that. A lot of us got a lot of stuff going on this year, so fitting everything has been difficult, but we're all trying our best.
Yeah, I agree. I still mess up from time to time, but like if you miss something one day, that means you have to make some time the next day to make up whatever you missed. So, but yeah, we're all managing in our own ways.
So you're telling me it's really just about the consistency and the basics.
I would agree. Yes, I would.
Yes.
Indeed.
Question for Shadow specifically. I've been told you have, and I don't know if this is true. I have not fact checked or verified this. This has not been
I plead the
verified.
fifth.
Oh, damn. Okay. Well, moving on. This has not been verified by Real American Patriots, but I've been told you have an obsession with horses, and that your Blue Sky account is full of horses.
Is this true? Can we get a fact check? I'm not too sure. Have horses invaded my Blue Sky? Because I feel like they've been invading Chara recently, more so.
I was about
He's
to
got horses
say,
all over. I mean, it's the year of the horse, so horses
I
are
feel
coming
like
after
I'm
me.
probably the most horse-pilled person on the team currently, but maybe
And
Basil
Chara,
will pass me as she watches the shows.
yeah, Chara took the red pill when it comes to horses. Like he's all in.
I know a lot of random facts about horse racing history in Japan now, and I will learn more because it is fun.
I don't do that. I just like the silly horses.
Yeah, I'm never catching up. It's good.
Yeah.
Chara got the breakaway
You'll get
lead.
there one day. You'll get there.
No, I won't.
We won't even be running the race, brother.
Hey, come on, listen to the inspiring words from the coach, guys. Come on.
Hey, it makes you more motivated to compete, so it's good for you.
Kind of a silly final question before we get into closing remarks, just because it is the like default like controversial question. Pineapple on pizza. What do we think?
No.
No.
Whatever
Done.
Basil says goes. So if we get pizza, we're not getting it.
Don't, if you're a pineapple on pizza enjoyer, don't pull up to the Moonlight function. That's all I'm saying. That was the coldest response I ever got, bro.
I'm sorry,
Guys,
there's just better things.
what is the ideal Moonlight pizza then? If you're pulling up, you're at the LAN, you're at the tournament, whatever, and you all got to order a pizza together. What are y'all ordering?
I mean, probably just whatever Nolan wants because he's gonna eat like 8 slices.
Yeah. And I'd match him too. So like we're gonna have to get a lot of food, bro.
Yeah.
Probably just pepperoni, I'd imagine. Right?
Anchovies? Anchovies?
Yo.
Who invited this guy?
Someone get this guy out of here. How did he get in here?
Y'all, I don't remember inviting this guy. Okay. Guys, it's been really fun to get a chance to chat with you. Do you have any socials, anywhere you want to be plugging? Where can the people find you if they want to follow your run in 20XX, or just you as players and as a team?
Well, you can find me at Basil4KS on Twitch, Blue Sky, and Twitter.
If you search Shadowwind, you'll probably find me. It's Shadowwind_SPL on Twitch. I'll be streaming 20XX with Moonlight. Hopefully, y'all enjoyed the interview. Had a little time. Thank you for the interview. We appreciate it. Yeah, hopefully we answered the questions pretty well.
Thanks for watching.
Heard emoji. Y'all know where to find Jera. Yeah.
Follow the Moonlight account. Learn more, I am.
Yeah, y'all know Jera. Pull up the Moonlight account. Moonlight account's on screen. Go follow. Thank you guys so much for the time to chat. Hopefully this is the first in a long line of good 20XX coverage that we're going to be able to bring you. Stay tuned for some more, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll appreciate you all very much for watching, and I'll talk to you. See you in the next one. Bye bye, guys.
Thanks.
Bye.
Thank you.